All right, so Eitan asked me a question. What do you do with what, Eitan?
People's individual strengths that Hashem only gives them.
Individual strengths that Hashem only gives them. That's not accurate. Hashem gives many strengths to many people. Some people, it makes it, people start to tap into that. Well, let's say, for example, so if you have a strength, you have something that you do good and you're good at. So you got to be very careful, because now you got to root it or direct it towards something constructive that will be along the line of what Hashem that gave it to you would say, okay, that was a good investment. So how are you going to take that gift that you have and make it into something that is useful? That's up to you if you choose to. Because let's say, for example, arguments, let's say you're good with business, making money. So you can take the money and become a millionaire. But that's the reason why you became like that. Or let's say you're good in teaching. So what are you going to do with it? You're going to do something good with it. So that the choosing, God chose you and gave you this extra strength. Everybody has many strengths, which most of us don't even tap into. Yes, I don't think, many people can play like guitar, let's say like Jimi Hendrix. Okay. But there are many people who can play guitar and can play guitar well. And I think almost everybody can play a guitar if they just sit down and practice.
Just to ask a question on it.
Yeah.
So if, say someone like the Rabbi just said, is very good at business, and then say they made enough money that technically they could retire at say 35 or something. Now, would it be more appropriate for them to continue building businesses and maybe helping give people more jobs because they know how to build business, or maybe spend more?
Yeah. It's a terrific question. Now, you need to understand, you need also to make sure to utilize the strengths for yourself as well. You need to nourish and give to yourself. You need to replenish yourself as well so you can give more. Now, if, for example, you're so good in arguments, like let's say business, right? So how do you help yourself with it in the spiritual realm? Do you learn, let's say, Choshen Mishpat? Are you utilizing this thing? So at a certain point you could say, I need to give myself as well. Because it says, Chayecha Kodmim. So you're right, so you did what you did, but make sure, so you said, I'm 50 years old and I want to retire. Go ahead. But now that you're retiring, what are you going to do that is going to be better than what you're doing now? The only thing I can think of is learning Torah. Now, if you're going to learn Torah and you're so good, so maybe you could explain to other people, the issues of business law and so on and so forth. You could help people, give them advice. Listen, what you're doing in business is you should do it like this, and give people advice, and then utilizing that experience to something constructive. But I want to, with your permission, take 1 second, a shift, and I want to concentrate on the weaknesses. So everybody talks about the strengths that we have. How about the weaknesses? And many people are afraid to hide, or afraid of the weaknesses and trying to hide it. I'm going to tell you this. Weaknesses are good. Weaknesses, are the things in which you grow from, which makes you better. If you're weak at something, now you're going to work on it. And that's going to make you stronger. So let's say, for example, you're weak in Gemara. So now work on it. And then ultimately it's going to make you better. And you're going to become stronger because you overcome that. Because we says, Ezu gibor hakoveshet yitzro. In other words, you're overcoming your yetzer, you're overcoming your materialism, which you're forming, and you're overcoming it, and you're conquering it to do for you. The famous story about Arnold Schwarzenegger. He used to have big body and very skinny legs. So he said, that's it. I'm wearing shorts, and he came to and he got those mega legs or calves or whatever he got there. Pumping iron, whatever he did. Don't let your weakness immobilize you. Take it, find it, and make it work for you to become better. So therefore, in everything that you do, even your strengths, it's a different nisayon. To have a strength is you have to always remind yourself, kochi ve'otzem yadi. Kochi ve'otzem yadi. Don't say it's all me, I'm so great. So take it and give it to something better. But along the line, you need to make sure that you don't burn out and you don't get off target. It's like a person that goes into, let's say, undercover. But he gets so deep undercover that he forgot really that he's undercover. Now he becomes a part of the kingdom of darkness. So it's this balance all the time. And how do you remind yourself? Remind yourself of the weaknesses. And what makes you grow, again, what makes you grow, what makes you closer to Hashem, what makes you better is working on your weaknesses, not your strengths. Your strengths, mimele, are strong. They're there. There's not much, you could just improve a little bit. But whatever you're weak on, sit down and learn it. That's what you need. You need to find a balance between this and that.
So, because I was having this debate not a debate, but I was discussing with a friend, because one of my friends a couple of years ago, his company got acquired, and with that amount of money, he could have technically retired at like 28. We're having this discussion of should you just only learn now, but he was telling me that he felt like his job was to continue building a similar business, just because that's what he felt like with his strength.
Yeah, but how about if he's so strong in it and he doesn't have to worry about his parnasa. What he could have done or could do, and I'm not telling him what to do, I'm just saying, is take this knowledge and help other people. Because the ultimate form of tzedakah is giving people a job to be able to stand on their feet. As Confucius says, give a person a fish, he'll be hungry, he will be whatever for one day, teaching them how to fish. You get the drift, right? You become a fisherman and then you're going to sell it to China. Whatever so if you're so good at that, make a non-for-profit organization that helps people establish businesses to make money, and then you do good. And continue doing and growing yourself, and then disconnect yourself from this world. You have an opportunity to disconnect yourself from this world. Don't be afraid of the unknown. Don't be afraid to go to new territory. The most challenging territory is to go into spirit. Sit down and to become spiritual. Sit down and learn. And if you want to do chesed, help people this way. Help them manage business. Go to failing businesses. Give them your free advice. Make a non-for-profit. Call it like this. People will come to you. Believe me, you'll be busy. But if you have an opportunity to retire 28, you have to be a fool to work for money. Because it was pointless. At the end, you're going to come 38, you're going to have to work because you're going to have a penny on you. Help other people. Whatever your strength, give to other people. Whatever your weakness, you make grow yourself. You grow, don't forget. You let other people grow. That's the chesed and gvura. You grow out of your what? That's why which right hand is chesed? Which right hand? Which hand is chesed? The right hand. You should say that gibor, the right hand. No, gvura is on your left side. Because you become gibor from your weaknesses, from your weak hand. And chesed, that you're strong already, what are you going to do? You're going to pop more iron? No, that's the hand that gives. So you grow yourself from your weeknesses, and you let others grow from your strength until you become harmonized. Wonderful day. Shabbat shalom.